Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a morning routine with me, which usually starts with me looking very grumpy and feeling very thirsty. So I start off by pouring myself a glass of water and just glug that down real quick because I don't like water. I drink a lot of water, but I don't like drinking it. It doesn't actually taste like anything. You know what I mean? So I knock back my glass of water, look out the window, see what's happening, anything interesting outside. I live in a very boring neighborhood, so there's never anything going on out there. I finish my water and go straight to the bathroom. Right, guys, I don't know if this is me. I look mad as hell when I wake up. I'm always looking grumpy, my eyes are a bit puffy. I'm kind of slow. First 10-20 minutes from me waking up, I'm just kind of not there. I'm just trying to be as functional as I can. So I go in, grab my toothbrush, gotta brush those pearly whites, keep them nice and clean. I just go in with a regular Colgate and then rinse my mouth off with Listerine mouthwash or whatever mouthwash I have in my house, to be honest. I'm not specific about brands. Then I go ahead and wash my face. I wash my face with cold water in the morning just to kind of get rid of that puffiness under my eyes. I always have really puffy eyes when I wake up. Then I go in with any regular moisturizer. Just get some moisture onto that skin, especially right now. It's cold. It's really cold, so you gotta lock in as much moisture as you can into your skin to prevent it from cracking or any funny things like that. So I just go and do the T-zone, go in under my eyes, make sure I'm looking somewhat decent before I get on with my next part of my morning. I put this lip mask on my lips in the morning, although it's a lip sleeping mask, but it feels so good and it's so good for my lips. So I just put that on there, make sure I got everything covered, no crusty cracked lips up in here, and that's it. Then we move on to the more boring parts of our morning. Even my face can tell you that I'm not about this. I'm not feeling it at this point. I'm not awake yet at this point. Walking to the kitchen, and the sink is full of dishes. I made dinner pretty late last night, and by the time I finished eating, and everyone eats at different times in this house, so I kind of just put everything in the sink and I was like, I'll do this tomorrow morning. So I just go ahead and get all my dishes done and move on with my morning activities. Look, I'm not one of those extra clean people, don't get me wrong, but if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a dirty kitchen. So after washing my dishes, I go over the countertops with any sort of disinfectant spray. Yo, guys, English, it came on a boat. It came on a boat, oh my god. I'm going with some sort of disinfectant spray. Just make sure I go all over the counters, over the stove top. Make sure I get any crumbs or any funny things that may have been left there when I was cooking off the stove. Clean the countertops, move everything around, get under everything. You know, dirt builds up in the kitchen, so you kind of want to lift things up, get under them, wipe everything down, wipe everything off, make sure your kitchen is clean. That's the one place. Actually, not the one place, but it's very important to keep your kitchen clean. You can sort of like go do 2-day intervals with the rest of the house, but I feel like your kitchen is just that place that needs to be spotless all the time. See, still going, even the sink after the dishes, clean, disinfect, wipe it down, make sure everything's clean. I'll come back and dry my dishes later. I like to let them drip dry and not like wipe them down. It's just raised in my house like that, I guess. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how I do it. I let them drip dry, then I come through and kind of just wipe them down and then put them away later. Okay, now that the kitchen is clean, next on the agenda is to pull out my meat for today. Anyone that knows me knows that I am obsessed with mazondo. So any day that I have time, y'all better know I'm gonna put some mazondo on the stove. So I pull out my mazondo nice and early. And now that my kitchen is clean, right into the shower we go. I like to get that done bright and early in the morning. I feel like if you don't do it first thing in the morning, you kind of end up just spending the whole day not clean. Skip ahead an hour. I've showered, I've cleaned up, I'm dressed. I kind of make myself something quick and easy to eat. This morning I felt like having a cheese toasty or grilled cheese and some sunny side up eggs. And I'm one of those people that likes my eggs really runny so I can dip my toast in them. So please don't be grossed out when you see my eggs. They look literally raw and I love them that way. It'll make me happy, make me some sunny, slimy, runny, sunny side up eggs for breakfast and just some toast or a grilled cheese and we're good to go. Yep, here I am trying to make my eggs, and then at this point I realized that the cheese was literally melting out of my toasty. How scrumptious does that look? Oh my god, I don't know if I'm one of those people that's just obsessed with like melted cheese. Like the more melty, the more runny, the more cheesy it is, the better. Then I go ahead and crack my eggs into my pan, move them around. My pan is an enemy of progress. It always ends up getting my eggs stuck on the bottom. I hate it. Someone buy me a non-stick pan, please. Guys, I got a YouTube channel. I need better parts. What's happening? What's it called? La Crusette or whatever? Sponsor me. Endorse me. Anyway, eggs and toasty done. I just knock it down with orange juice. And don't mind me looking to the side. I was watching something. I was watching the Gold Mafia documentary on the TV, episode 2. Yeah, it's right. I'm keeping up with what's happening. Anyway, food's done. Quickly did my dishes, then decided to go and get a few minutes in of exercise since the power went and I couldn't do what I'd actually planned on doing this morning. Alrighty guys, so I'm a little bummed out. It turns out my mic is a total betrayer. I had it plugged in, you can see there on my t-shirt, but somehow you can barely hear the sound for this clip. And what I was trying to explain was I decided to go out and work on my tennis swing because this morning's program or my plan this morning was to sit down on my laptop and work on some documents that I have to do for my internship and work on my CV and just do a bunch of stuff on my laptop. But then the power went, so that had to be put on hold. So in the spirit of keeping things moving and being productive, which was the whole plan from the time I woke up, I had decided to go out and practice my tennis swing. Right? So this is basically what I was trying to break down. I was being all creative about it. I rambled on about a few things, but now for the life of me, I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know if you can notice. Also, my bad, guys. First time using a tripod with this phone, so I realized I needed to have lifted it up a bit higher for you to be able to see my face. But yeah, I have a full face of makeup on at this time because another one of my projects this morning after my couple of minutes on my laptop was to film an introduction video to my YouTube channel. So I had done like a mini glam looks for me to just sit in front of the camera and look somewhat decent. And then now I have to go and try and play tennis with a full face of makeup. It melted off, trust me. You'll see I still filmed the introductory video while I was sitting outside because it was so pretty outside, and I just decided, you know what, it's just an introduction video, let's give this a shot, let's see how it goes, you know. And yeah, so I got there, sat in a corner, filmed my introduction video, and then went ahead and did a few minutes on the court. Jeez, you have no idea. if I tell you the person that says practice makes perfect knew what they were talking about, you would not believe I was a team tennis player at some point in my life. Right now, I could barely get myself going. Like it took me at least 30 minutes to get back into the groove of things. I actually felt like this was the first time I was putting my hands on a racket in my whole life. It was terrible. I then realized after 45 minutes that I am so unfit. Like, so unfit. I was out there breathing hard, almost about to pass out after just spending 45 minutes hitting the ball back and forth by myself. I was barely doing any running, but I really felt that I had gotten in a proper workout. And at this point, I was thinking to myself, dude, you at one point in time were going to the gym religiously twice a day, an hour and a half in the morning, 2 hours at night, doing weights, cardio, everything, Pilates, yoga for almost 2 years. And then I kind of just stopped during COVID and never quite picked it up after. Instead, I was doing a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, a lot of smoking, and I felt it in my lungs today. Oh my gosh. This is what I was saying here. And then after that, I then went on yet another ramble because if you know me well, you know I tend to babble on sometimes. If I feel like talking, I talk, but if I don't, I also don't. So at this point, I was just explaining what got me to the point of wanting to have a productive Saturday morning. And what it is the last few days, I had been in a very dark and gloomy place. Long story cut short, about 6 months ago, I almost died. I had a very terrible accident where I had multiple injuries. I still have to wear a leg brace. I still take like pain medications for certain things. I have terrible insomnia from it. I now am clinically diagnosed with anxiety and depression. It's a whole mess, right? And like 3-4 days before this video was taken was the 6 month anniversary to that event. And I felt terrible. And I was in my feelings, and I was gloomy, and I was mad, and I was angry. And instead of addressing it or talking to someone about it, I went ahead and did the dumbest thing possible. I decided to drink away my pain and just mask this pain and anger under drinking, which resulted in me being angrier and lashing out at people that did not deserve me lashing out at them. Just all it did was make me feel even worse than I did on that day. Not only did I feel like, oh my God, I almost lost my life 6 months ago. I almost left my daughter alone on this planet 6 months ago. But now, instead of being thankful and doing better and making sure that I never have to go through something like this again, I'm out here drinking away my sorrows. Like, come on, T, we can do better. So I kind of had to have that sort of fall backwards for me to stand up, back up, dust myself off, and realize that I can do so much better. I'm so much stronger. I love myself more than I think I do. I have the strength to face and attack these demons and this anger and this bitterness and this resentment and everything that's kind of just been sitting hidden somewhere in the back of my head and in the back of my heart and has been pulling me away and distracting me from certain things that I'm meant to do. So yeah, this was just me trying to break it down to you guys that this was my moment of saying, come on, T, you got this, T. Productive day is one step in the right direction. You know, all it takes is getting started. Acceptance is the first step, right? So this is me at this point in my life, accepting that bad things do happen, and a lot of the times they happen to very good people who don't deserve them. But what the story is at the end of the day is, are you able to get up? Are you strong enough to let it go? Are you strong enough to do better? Are you strong enough to face these demons and say, listen, everybody has bad days and we get past them and we move forward and we do better and we just get bigger and stronger? Like failure is supposed to build you, not break you. Or bad days are supposed to be a reminder of how much good you can do or put into this world. So, yeah, this was just me rambling. I think I said a lot more here in the video because this clip is so long and it keeps going. But yeah, basically, all this is one of those. Like, if you notice in the description of my channel, it says join me on this journey of healing and self actualization or self realization or self love. And this is what I was talking about. Basically, I'm someone who's been through a lot, not just with this event, so many other things, but I've always overcome them and I've still managed to be so good and so great, so successful at the things that I do and touch and whatever. So this is just another journey in me getting to find the better version of the best version of Tanya. But anyway, that being said, I hope you enjoy just looking at the random buildings and greenery around me because my camera was facing the wrong direction. But at this point, all I was trying to say was thank you for those that watch this video all the way to the end and listen to this ramble that I've gone on. And if you enjoy these kind of videos and if you think my vlogging skills are decent, please do like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their auntie and their cousins and their baby daddies and their sugar daddies to come and subscribe to my channel so that I can keep going and make Chronicles of Tanya's YouTube channel a real thing. Thank you so much for rocking with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my first ever vlog, and depending on the likes and shares, there may be many more to come. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.